Hey Capricorn, how are you doing? This reading is for Capricorn for the second half of July, mid-month reading, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Keep in mind this is a general read. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so in the description box below. Click on the link. It will take you to the website and you can check out the options there. Also a shout out and a thank you for all the ways that you like, share, and subscribe. I couldn't do these readings without all your wonderful support. So thank you so much. I'm so truly grateful. What is going on for the fabulous and most amazing Capricorns? What do you need to know? What do you need to see for your highest good? Present time, Justice, Major Arcana 4, Libra. What's coming towards you? The Five of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. What you are focused on is the Eight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. In your blocked and challenged position is the Ace of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And your outcome is the Knight of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Okay, Capricorn. Let's clarify this and find out what is going on. Present time, you have Justice, and Justice is about fairness, equality, balancing of the scales. It is also the cause and effect, or there is something about standing in a place of integrity. There's a win-win for you in the forecast. This can also be some kind of situation, whether that this is a job situation, a friendship, a relationship. This is feeling limited in your resources, or self-imposed prison, feeling stuck, tied, trapped in some kind of circumstance or situation. Five of Wands is drama and projections, or there could be also a need for you to see a new circumstance, because this is usually being blindfolded, or to hand your fears over to the universe. Fear doesn't exist. Fear is what we make up in our head that holds us back from something we want, dream of, and desire. So this is about experiencing more joy, pleasure, fun, happiness. That can also be poetry, music, and expressing yourself. Let's see what this Justice card is. Fighting and competing in some kind of contract. And this could be, like I said, family dynamic. That can also be tit for tat. You know, Five of Wands is drama, conflict, arguments, tense situation, feeling like you're walking on eggshells. Or maybe somebody owes you money, or there is something like needing to get out of this contract because you feel suffocated and small or suffered in it. And the Nine of Pentacles. Wow, that's beautiful, luscious energy. Nine of Pentacles is holding your own. It is also knowing your worth, knowing your value, internally, externally, taking really good care of health, wealth, and happiness. This is also prosperity, abundant, looking good, smelling good, feeling great, and having a lot of clarity. I'm also getting something is boring in your routine, so you need to spice it up. So there also could be a circumstance where you want to do something singular or solo. That could also be you seeing that there is maybe a lot of competition, or somebody here is fighting for your attention, but you feel limited. I'm also getting something about maintain your independence. Don't get involved in anybody else's drama, because then it's going to keep you stuck on focusing on that versus focusing on you. But if you're bored or you feel like something is meh, it's a need to spice something up in your routine. Go get your hair did, go get your nails done, do something nice for yourself. This is about making good money as well. So maybe that's the thing. I feel smothered and suffocated in some kind of job contract, yet I make good money, but I'm bored out of my mind. And I get that. Or maybe you want to be your own entrepreneur, but you know that there's a lot of competition. But you have some kind of unique touch that you can share with the world that provides value to other people. Know that. And the Seven of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And the Seven of Wands is about drawing a line in the sand. It is also standing up to bullies or placing healthy boundaries. There's something that's catching you off guard or by surprise. You can be proactive or reactive. Proactive gets things done, taking action, but reactive starts a fight. That can also be some kind of internal fight or argument. I'm also getting here about reprioritizing of what really truly matters to you. And people throwing obligations or things that aren't a priority to you. So 1 or 2 things here is a priority to you here, Capricorn. The rest is one big bloody obligation. Put it way down the list. This is a need for you to say, nope, not doing it. I'm standing my ground. That's also advocating for oneself, facing adversity. Or maybe you've faced a lot of adversity and no roadblock, no speed bump, no hiccup is going to get in your way of a goal that you want to achieve. But the 8 of Swords is something that keeps you small or makes you feel smothered, or anxiety, worry. Something is worrisome to you. Okay, so what is this 8 of Swords? And the World. Wow. Major Arcana for the fixed signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo energy. There's something about completion and closure. It means tie up loose ends where loose ends need to be tied up. And this is about giving birth, like going through some kind of portal. But feeling limited, like you can't travel or relocate or move, or there is something about, instead of thinking, and thoughts are just thoughts, thinking is just thinking. This is also putting yourself on a platform and you kind of resisting on doing so. Something about healing the world. Healing yourself by healing the world. Or stuck in some kind of contract. Like this has been a karmic cycle. Karmic cycle, it just goes around and around in circles. You could also live rent-free in another person's head. Or that this needs for you to set a healthy boundary and you are hung up on a situation. Like somebody here doesn't want a cycle to close out. It feels smothering though. Ace of Wands in the blocked and challenged position is a new beginning, new opportunity, new possibility. It is also say yes, but it's in the blocked and challenged position. I'm also getting about confidence, empowering oneself, creativity, passion, desire, attraction. Okay, in the blocked and challenged position, feeling powerless in some kind of circumstance or situation, but you're not. It is also weakness, a lack of confidence, low self-esteem, a lack of passion, or a creative block. But I also feel like the creative block inside of you could be being a little bit too harsh, judgmental towards yourself. Or you're like, oh, there's too much competition. I'm just not going to do it. I'll just stay stuck in this job. But you're bored out of your mind. So the comfort zone. Or you're walking on eggshells with a person at a distance. Or something happening globally that makes you feel small or limited. So something globally happening makes you feel limited. But can you reprioritize a new thought? More optimistic versus pessimistic. And the Star. Major Arcana for Aquarius. And you know, the Star is about hope, faith, renewal, optimism. But somebody here, or whatever, this is about your guided light. Healing, hope, faith, renewal. Wishes granted, wish fulfillment. This is something that you had a lot of desire or passion, but I'm also getting pessimism, not feeling hopeful, not feeling like things can work out. And therefore, you give your power away because of some kind of thought that you think. Or a person, you're saying, oh, I feel limited and I just want to close out this contract. So you have to advocate for oneself. It means you believe in yourself. And you're drawing a line and saying enough is enough. No. No means no. That's also the vulnerability. Somebody willing to be vulnerable, to speak up. Because 8 of Swords is just thinking. It's not talking. Or even, you know, getting something in writing. Somebody here just keeps pushing something back, pushing something off, deflecting it. Could be dealing with somebody who's defiant and deflective. So they just keep pushing back this contract, even though you might want out of some kind of circumstance or situation. Okay, Knight of Cups. What is this, Knight of Cups? In pursuit of joy, pleasure, fun. This is also somebody charming, good looking, wants to take you on a date, sweep you off your feet. Or what floats my boat? That's all you have to ask. What floats your boat? A new contract, vulnerability, transparency, and the 3 of Wands. Yes, your ships are coming in. But this is also getting out of your comfort zone. Everything you want, dream of, and desire is doing something, going somewhere that you've never done before. And the Six of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. And the Six of Cups is, you know, playing, letting loose, having fun. It is also nostalgic thoughts of the past, reminiscing when times were good, when times were fun, when times were easy. If this is you getting out there and dating, it's letting the youthful, playful side of Capricorn out. I'm also getting something about the inner child. Something about the inner child, like letting the inner child play. Vulnerability, union, transparency. This can also be reuniting with somebody here who you've already had a falling out with. This person constantly thinks about you, or they have you on your mind. I feel like some of you are dodging a bullet. You thought it was a wish fulfillment or dream come true or something, or somebody sees you in that light. What is this Justice? Nine of Pentacles. It's Virgo and Venus. Venus energy is stunning. Like being stunning, showing up, you know, reliable, dependable, solid. And the Seven of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Not everything that glitters is gold here, Capricorn. And Seven of Cups is mixed feelings, mixed emotion, and scattered energy. You could also be dealing with somebody who is imbalanced and off their rocker. And when you get a lot of sevens in the reading, sevens are to focus on your journey and what Capricorn is doing on their own journey. And choice or decision on some kind of investment. Is this just one big fantasy? It's always going to be just a fantasy of one day until you take action. But the Seven of Cups is procrastinating on doing what with this World card? Completion and closure, it means tying up some kind of loose ends where loose ends need to be tied up. Paperwork, getting paperwork out of the way. But there is something about the fantasy and limerence. I'm also getting somebody who lives rent-free in their head about you. This is just one big fantasy and illusion. But this person has like nostalgic feelings for you. It is also possibly like a soulmate. This person might see you as a soulmate. Could also be a sibling and a brother, like family dynamics. And you're like, oh, but they're family. I know, but it's keeping you stuck. Or don't get involved in the drama. And the Ace of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Wow. And the Ace of Cups is something, again, catching you off guard or by surprise. There is some kind of peace offering. It's an olive branch or unconditional love. This is about busting your heart wide open. New house, new job, something about being by a body of water. Tranquility, peace, and keeping the peace. Or maybe you just want peace and quiet. So don't get involved in any kind of drama. Somebody here knows what cup they want, but another person is procrastinating and dragging their feet and not sure. It also feels like fantasy. And it always will be a fantasy because there's procrastination. When emotions are running really high, intellect is very low, which is the Eight of Swords, which is just thinking. It's not taking action. So you want to close out a circumstance or a cycle, but when you keep saying, I'm limited, I'm limited, I'm limited, I'm limited, I'm limited, what do you think you're going to attract in? And then boom, something comes in and you want to be defensive towards it. Like, no, I don't want that opportunity. But what if it's good for you? I'm also getting somebody, like, again, the olive branch, like almost like I'm a sorry. Sorry for the drama. But is it sincere? I don't know. We'll find out. And the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And you know, the Queen of Swords is, I'm open and receptive to conversation, but I'm not putting up with a lot of garbage or BS. I also feel like you are at a distance from somebody you do care about, yet this person feels like stuck in some kind of job But, you know, Queen of Swords is also getting a second opinion or great advice. So who or what can give you this great advice? Because this is about clarity and truth, conversations happening. I'm also getting somebody who is harshly or putting on pressure, heavily judgmental. This is also single, widow, a divorcee, wanting out of something. And that could be like divorcing your job, divorcing where you live. Fantasy, dreaming of what it is that you want of the one day. But this is also procrastination. And it's just a fantasy until you take action. But I'm also getting somebody who wants to like reconcile with you. This is pessimistic, loss of hope, loss of faith, low self-esteem, creative block. What is this? And the Two of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Could be something about remothering yourself. This is something taking too seriously or personally. But this is also something that was maybe two peas in a pod. At one time, this is what your wish fulfillment or dream come true was. Dream job, dream situation, dream person, dream business partner. What is this Knight of Cups and Six of Cups? I feel like there's two things happening here for you, Capricorn. But again, go back to the priorities. One or two things is a priority to you. The rest is just noise and big old obligations that are not for you to handle or to figure out. And the Moon. That's about a secret admirer. Or there is something about secrecy. Pay attention to your intuition. Trust your gut feelings. Meeting somebody at night. But there is also about the comfort zone. Everything you want, dream of, and desire is in the unfamiliar territory. And this is also ill health, you know, mental health, deceptive behavior. Depression. And it is a need for you to just trust. Like there's something here, but you don't trust it. An investment, again, coming back to an investment, the Emperor. Okay, so what is this? Secret admirer, or somebody is secretly wanting to reunite with you. Could be a Pisces. And the Four of Pentacles. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. Four of Pentacles is my bunged up card. It's somebody who is constipated or the need for greed. This could also be suppressing your feelings and not allowing your inner child out to play, to have fun. But this is also a withdrawn energy or hoarding. This means gripping and holding on to a past person, a past situation, and needing to loosen the grip. This person could also be gripping and holding on to you, and it makes you feel suffocated and smothered in some kind of job situation, circumstance, whatever this is, family dynamic. The High Priestess and the Queen of Wands. This is about your intuition, your gut feeling, secrecy, a secret desire, either a secret creative project, or this could be a need for you to stop giving a flying flip-flop to the flip of what anyone thinks of what you're doing here, Capricorn. People are getting whiplash, doing a double take over you, even with whether you realize it or not. Take the pressure off yourself, or you have somebody who's harshly judgmental. And this person keeps you in some kind of contract or bind, and therefore you feel limited. Also getting another energy where this person is giving you an olive branch. It's catching you off guard or by surprise. You can be reactive or proactive. And I'm also getting something about somebody stingy. Like this person will give you the time of day when they feel like giving you the time of day, or they can't even buy you a cup of coffee because they're so goddamn cheap. Or maybe it's you being cheap, right? So it's like the fantasy or whatever you want exists. You just have to take action. But getting out of the comfort zone, maybe as a child, you grew up poor. So you never think you have money, but you actually have quite a little nest egg. The Serpent, knowledge and healing. The Serpent, knowledge and healing, right here. If you feel like you're in some kind of contract or circumstance, or let's just say your health, something to do with your health or your financial situation, 8 of Swords, thinking about what you're going to do, why don't you just talk to somebody? Are you able to talk to a counselor, a therapist, an advisor? Get a second opinion on a circumstance. I'm also getting somebody heavily opinionated around you. The Novice, innocence, beginner, ignorance, new skill without practice, and unstable curiosity. Yeah, there's an olive branch there. But Novice can also be somebody, sometimes ignorance is bliss, but I'm also getting unstable curiosity, like a thirst for more. You have a desire of what you want more of, but you still have to take action. Nobody's coming to save you. And hoping and wishing, somebody here very pessimistic about a partnership or a friendship. Or this is a need for you to find a nice balance between your yin and yang and regain your own confidence. Stop giving your power away to another person. Focus. And that's a number 33. So something about like 3 days, 3 months, 3 weeks, perspection. So that's about the change in perspective, like a perspective shift. It means a new way of thinking and a new way of understanding yourself or a circumstance. Yeah, this is I'm not budging. I'm just going to bottle up my feelings. I'm just going to suppress my feelings. I'm not going to let my inner child out to play and have fun. I'm not going to talk about my mental health issues because I don't want anybody to judge me. But you already have it going on. You already have it going on. Vocalize and say your story out into the world because you have big time value. Healthy choices. Making healthy choices in love and in life. Self-love, self-care, and being happier. Sunglasses. This is this energy. Watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, and focusing outwardly. So focusing outwardly is being, I need something out here in the external environment to give me the validation and approval that I am good enough. Or that can also be focusing outwardly is actually taking you off your actual focus of what you should be focused on. Because you're saying, I need something out here to make me feel better so that I can feel good. But you've always been good. I think you've just forgotten of who you are. Or maybe, you've kind of veered off your path. Hammer. Sabotage, rebuilding, integration, repetitive, persistent, and working on it. Yeah. And working on it day in and day out, having discipline, dissipates these mixed feelings, or you're going to make a choice or a decision. And if somebody is keeping you in a place of confusion, you don't know where you stand with this person, trust that there's a lot more going underneath the surface, or you're having a hard time being vulnerable and opening up. We just got to get honest. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, and union. Ascension, I like that. Transcending obstacles, learning, expanding, new phase, prepare for union. Right here, there's some kind of secret, but you're keeping it tight-lipped. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. Upheaval is like the Tower. Casket, someone going out of your life or an ending to a situation. It was making you feel stuffy anyways, so don't care. Camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. Make sure you hydrate yourself here. I'm getting a little bit of like lethargic. Stay hydrated, and you're like, if you got constipation, you know why. Fox, shrewdness and resourceful, especially in business. dogs, getting together with friends. Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Chain of events that will affect your life. Now, this can affect your life in a positive or negative feeling depending on the action. So if this person, if you have been going around in a karmic cycle, around and around in circles, and you still feel smothered and suffocated in some kind of contract or circumstance, what do you think that that's going to affect your life? A negative or a positive? And tree, affairs with your family, and grasshopper, situation in the balance that requires careful handling here. Yeah. And if anybody's kind of caused you confusion, get more information, because it almost feels like somebody doesn't want you to see something. Or I'm also getting like a secret love, a secret admirer, a secret investment, but saving your money. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how this resonates with you. Like, share, subscribe. And Capricorn, if you want to book a private reading with me, you can do so in the description box below. Click on the link. It will take you to the website and you can check out the options there. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.